.yaml. Okay. In this, let me give it for only one host. HOSTS. Okay. Let me use Linux only here, as we've seen a lot in the conditions. Tasks and hyphen name. It multiple directories. Then let me use the file resource and path. Okay, so this path I'm going to give it in the as a loop parameter. We'll come back and write it. And I want the state to be directory. Right, directory. And next I can put with underscore items. Okay, so basically when I want to give multiple input for a loop, when I run a loop, I need to give it multiple input, right? So I'm going to define them as a with underscore items. And this is the default thing you should use in Ansible. So let me give multiple input, like let's say home slash training slash folder one. This complete line, paste it like 4 or 5 times. Two, folder 3, and folder 4. Let it create 4 folders. And there in the path, I'm going to use the item variable. Okay. ITEM. So I need to define the loop multiple values with the with items, and inside that I can call them as item. Okay. So items, item. So let me run this Ansible playbook .yaml. Ideally, I should see there are 4 directories has been created. So if I do a ls-l, I can see 4 directories has been created. This is an example of a looping concept in Ansible. So in the next thing I'm going to talk about, how do I run a nested loop? Right? We are having a simple loop. Okay. Imagine like I have a nested loop. Let's see how do I do the nested loop. Yes, TUD.yaml. Show STS. Yes, Linux. Name. Okay. So let me, instead of creating multiple folders, let us do with the printing a message based on the input. Okay. So print nested variables. And there is a module called debug module. Using that, I can print some values. So this is where you can just print your custom messages when the playbook is running. So I'm using the debug module. So msg equal to, we'll come back and print this. Okay, I'm going to say with underscore nested is in line with the debug. You can say, so the first option is going to have 3 variables. So let's say training, okay, comma lab, comma, hands-on. And let me keep it like on day, okay, on day 1, comma 2, comma 3, because here I won't see anything. Let me just print. Comma, bad, comma, great. Okay. So I'm having a nested variable where I'm having three things. So what I wanted to print is training on day 1 is good, training on day 1 is bad, training on day 1 is great. Like that, I wanted to be repeating. Training on day 2 is good, bad, great, and like that, lab and hands-on. So I wanted it to be printed like this. So let's see, how do I do that? With nested, sorry, in the message. So I can say Ansible, okay, or instead of Ansible, let me give it as DevOps training or lab or hands-on. So I will just put them under item in square bracket 0. 0 represents the first variable in the nested loop. Okay. And then on day, to close this. Day. So this will be the second variable. So item 1 is item 2 represents the third variable. Okay. So I'm expecting it to print DevOps training on day 1 is good, DevOps training on day 1 is bad, DevOps training on uh, day 1 is great. Okay, so like this, I wanted to print. Let me run this. Ansible License playbook nested.yaml. Okay, I think this is fine. Yeah, it is printing the message. DevOps training on day 1 is good, bad, great. Day 2, good, bad, great. Day 3, good, bad, great. And then the same thing going for lab. Okay, so like this, you can handle the nested loop in Ansible.